Welcome back to the Incredible Rockets Propaganda Channel. I'm your man, AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter or X at AKInfinity_VVS. Real quick, y'all gonna have to excuse my low energy. Your boy is absolutely fried. Had a long weekend, so forgive me in advance. But it looks like Jalen Green also had a long weekend too, because he got something done today. But we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But before we get into it, go ahead and hit that like button or the dislike button. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about what we're gonna talk about today. And also hit that subscribe button if you're feeling the content. And if you last long enough to the end of the video, that means you like the content. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, breaking news, my people, breaking news. Jalen Green has signed that extension. He has signed that extension, and it is not a max. So we're going to look at the pros and cons. There's really only one con, so we're going to start with the pros. So my immediate reaction is it's really good for the Rockets right now in the short term, and it could be really good for both parties in the long term. What do I mean by that? So the contract is a 3-year contract, third year being a player option, it looks like. This is from what I know right now. So I think he looked like he signed for less than what his cap hole was gonna be next summer. I'm not a capologist, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong about any of that. But it looked like we're gonna save some money in the short term. Look like Jalen Green kind of not exactly bet on himself, but he bet on himself long term. But in the short term, he just kind of wanted to, get a contract going. I'm thinking maybe, they probably got some plans down the line for something more, for something greater. Long term for Jalen Green, this is gonna be like a really big deal, because if he opts out after the second year, if he doesn't take that third year play option, I think he's slated to he can make up to $250 in a 5-year contract. So he sounds like he may end up making more money long term, but I think he just wanted to, kind of get this out of the way and not have the whole contract thing looming throughout the season. No lame duck situation. Get the distraction out the way. Don't want reporters asking questions about it after every good game or bad game. We don't want it to be a distraction. So that's one of the good things. Another one of the good things too is, that's two of the good things, because we're not paying them an absolute max. So also, I think the deadline, is 6 p.m. Central, if I'm not mistaken. So who knows? We may get some LP news here shortly. We'll see. But yeah, it gives us a lot of flexibility in the short term in the next couple of seasons. But with all that being said, the one con about all of this is, let's say this dude really come and he balls the hell out the next couple seasons, and he declines that option, that player option, or maybe he tips off the Rockets ahead of time and says he's going to decline that player option, and maybe they don't send him an extension, or maybe he refuses to sign an extension with the Rockets. That could be catastrophic, because now we don't have any control over that situation. If we don't want to have any control over that situation, now we'd be forced to, possibly get fleeced in a trade. If worst come to worst, I'm just thinking worst case scenario. I ain't trying to be Debbie Downer or nothing. I'm just thinking from a realistic point of view. It's just something that everybody need to keep in mind. After that second, really, after the first season, as in like not the 2024-25 season, but the 25-26 season, if he has a great year that year, you know what I'm saying, he can decline that third year option earlier and go ahead and sign an extension then, like a long-term extension then, or he can choose to decline any kind of extension, and here come the off season, he declines the player option, he goes out into the free market and decides, hey, I want to go play for somebody else, or go play with this player, or play with that player. Jalen Green doesn't exactly strike me as that kind of guy, but none of these guys are actually that kind of guy until they get put in that kind of situation. So you just never know. You never really know. I used to think, the same about guys like Paul George, We seen how the Paul George situation ended in Indiana. We don't want to be exactly in a situation like that. We remember that. And they ended up with Oladipo. Long story. Y'all can go back and look at the history of that. So we'll see, man. But these are my initial thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. There's pros and cons, but I think, and me just kind of being a skeptic, short term is cool, but I'm just thinking long term. Worst case scenario, anytime you make a decision, you got to be comfortable with that worst case scenario, or you got to be comfortable that you have some kind of way to pivot that makes sense for your team, for your franchise, all that. Jalen Green has had a good preseason, so it's not like he got a max because he had a good preseason. He just signing, he just kind of getting a decent contract to get it out the way for now. Like I said, man, so it's not a storyline going in the season and no distraction. So that's one of the pros. Another pro is cap flexibility going into the next summer. Those are the two pros that I have right now. It's probably something I'm missing, but then again, like I said before, my brain is absolutely fried. I can't think straight, so I'm doing the best I can right now. And then we have that con. He plays great. He's going to command a max. Maybe he's an all NBA player. Maybe it's a super max. What do you do then? Do we want to keep him? What if he don't want to be kept? What if he want to go somewhere that he for sure is going to get a super max? We'll see. We'll see how that. Well, he can't get no super max from a different player, from a different team. But what if he still wants to go somewhere else, though? You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that turns out. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this deal in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think about the pros and cons that I presented in the video. It's your man's Mr. AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter at AKInfinity_BBS. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Baby, we out.